Hey guys, what is going on? LegoMan123 back with another video, and welcome to another tier listing making video, where today in this episode I'll be moving into a different subject. As you could probably tell by the title, I'll be ranking my favorite Avatar The Last Airbender characters, and if you guys do enjoy the Avatar and me ranking that type of stuff, I would definitely be doing a lot more Avatar related tier listing making videos. So without further ado, let's get into it. Off, we have Osaka, and I really like this character. I like he's that sort of jokey sort of character in the team Avatar, and I like how in the first season he was quite funny in it, and then that did progress through the two other seasons, season 1 and 2, and then sometimes he's a little serious, so I really do like that side of him, and he can also be pretty funny, so I would say gotta love him. Then we have the Avatar. Now I really like how in the first season he was like this sort of funny kid. He wanted to do fun stuff because he really didn't want to have that responsibility of being the Avatar, so that is why he did run away. But then as the seasons do progress, season 2 and season 3, mostly in season 3, we get to see that sort of serious side of him, so I really do like that. So possibly give him the greatest characters of all time tier. Then we have Zuku. Now I really like this character, the struggles he did face as the son of the Fire Lord. Like, he got burnt by his own father, he got banished until he found the Avatar, so a lot of stuff did happen to this character, but I did like how in season 2 he did try to flip from being like a bad character to a sort of a more good character, because in season 1 his main objective is catching the Avatar and bringing to his father, but then in season 2 he begins to flip to that sort of good side, so I do like that struggle between his bad and good side. But then ultimately in season 3 he does join Team Avatar, which I'm really glad he did, so possibly give him gotta love him as well. Then we have Appa. This is Aang's flying bison. But you know, I really like the relationship between Aang and Appa. I think it's a really nice relationship, and it definitely does work because the flying bisons were the original sort of airbenders, and that's how the sort of air nomads did learn. So I really did like that. And then I like the story of how Appa in Lost Days. That was a really sad story, but it did work really nicely for Appa because it does prove that Appa's not just like this sort of pathetic and sort of unknowledgeable sort of animal. He really does have a brain and definitely can think for himself. So I really do like that. So possibly maybe give him like third position in You Gotta Love Him. Then we have Tai Fang. I really like this character because in Ba Sing Se there's like this whole sort of mystery on what's going on and all that. And I like how he's like the main sort of leader under the rulership of the king. Like, the king has no idea what's going on. So I really do like that sort of mystery side in Ba Sing Se. The Tiley agents, how he does control them. How he like, not steals, but like captures Appa. So I really do like that. I'd possibly maybe give their alright. I'm not sure why they did spell it like that. Then we have Momo. Now I really like this character. He is pretty funny with all his sort of sound effects. And then the relationship between Momo and Appa is really cool. They're like sort of animal best friends. So I really do like that. And once again, instead of just being like a pathetic sort of non-brained animal, he actually, or she, is actually pretty smart. I love, like, instead of just being a stupid animal, they're actually pretty smart. So I really do like that. So possibly maybe give them fourth position in Gotta Love Them. Then we have the Cabbage Man. Now I really like the Cabbage Man because with the whole sort of cabbage idea, his sort of cabbage stand gets destroyed and he has this sort of rant about it. So I'd possibly say greatest character of all time, because at first they just had him in one season or one episode, and they realized that people actually really like this character, so they did use him again in different episodes. Then we have Jet, and this is the leader of like the sort of resistance group in one of the episodes. Really interesting character because at first he's sort of a good guy, but then you do learn he's actually doing it because of the Fire Nation. So I really like that sort of twist. And then in season 2 he does get the whole sort of brainwashing thing, so you're not sure if that's like him kind of trying to control not being brainwashed or he's being fully brainwashed. But then he does redeem himself by sadly dying I think that should have happened to him from like all the things he did do, but then at the same time I don't think it should have happened to him because he just redeemed himself. So I thought that was a really cool idea. So possibly maybe first position in there, alright. Then we have the Avatar Roku. Now I really like this character as the Avatar. I think he's a very wise Avatar, and like teaching Aang different things is really cool. And then him like mastering the whole sort of four elements, and then being best friends with the Fire Lord Sozin, who did the Sozin's comment. That was really interesting to see their relationship, the Avatar and then the Fire Lord Sozin. I thought that was really cool, but then they do turn against each other, so that was quite sad. And then Aang did have to take what the Avatar Roku did fail on, so that was really interesting to see that. So possibly maybe second position in there, alright. Then we have Avatar Kiyoshi. Now I don't like this Avatar because she mostly wants to just like fight people and like sort of kill them, maybe. So I really don't like that. So possibly maybe just give her maybe meh. Then we have the Ba Sing Se king or like ruler. I really like this guy because he honestly has no idea what's going on like in the walls of Ba Sing Se, but he is pretty wise once he does find out. And I like how he just doesn't go straight to Tai Fang's side because of like the whole story, like the Avatar line. I really do like how he's not biased, so I really did like that. He's also like very honest and all that, so I really do like that. So possibly maybe have him in maybe third position in there, alright. Then we have the bear. Now I'm not sure why they had to include this because he really doesn't play too much of a big role, but I do like the inclusion of him. I do like how we do see him in some scenes, but I do wish we got a bit more of a little backstory on him because you really don't know why there's a bear, like sort of the assistant, sort of a king of Ba Sing Se, so that is really strange why they did have a bear, but I guess they are better than Avatar Kiyoshi. Then we have Boomi. Now I really like this character because we do see a flashback scene of Aang and Boomi as like sort of a kid, and they're like playing around, so I really did like that. But then 100 years does pass and he does turn out like this, so that's really sad to actually see Aang's friend who was like around his age 100 years ago, but then he did age. So that was really sad to see. But I do like the sort of challenge he does set for Aang. Like there's 3 different challenges and then he has to guess his name. So I really did like that idea. So possibly maybe give him maybe second position in there, alright. And then I also like how he does join the White Lotus, and he's a pretty skilled earthbender, so I really did like that. Next we have Parkour. Now at first I really didn't like this character because he was sexist, not sort of training women to master waterbending, and then he's also quite stubborn at sometimes. But then as the season does progress, we do learn that he was actually gonna get in an arranged marriage with Osaka and Katara's grandma. So I thought that was a really sad moment because he didn't actually get married, but then I believe in season 3 we do learn he actually did get married, so I thought that was really cool. And then also in season 1 he does sort of get out of that sort of sexist stage and actually begin to teach Katara, so I really did like that. But he was pretty sexist, so possibly maybe give him maybe second last position in there, alright. Then we have the Fire Lord Sozin, and this was the Fire Lord what did create the Sozin comment. So I thought the relationship with Avatar Roku and Fire Lord Ozai was pretty interesting, but it was quite sad because they were like best friends, but then they turned against each other, so that was really sad. And how like he destroyed the Avatar so he could complete his sort of mission, like taking over the world, so that was really interesting. But he did die, so possibly maybe give him maybe third position or third last position in there, alright. Then we have Monk Garciata. Now I really like this character because in some flashback scenes we do see him like being quite fun with Aang, like doing like fun games with him, teaching stuff, so I really did like that. I like how he wasn't like this sort of strict teacher telling him like what to do and all that, being very strict, like another monk we did see in a flashback, so I really did like that. And like, he was at sort of Aang's level of age, where he wasn't teaching Aang things that, like, say 50-year old people would teach or something like that. So I really like how he did stay at his year level, so I really did like that. So possibly maybe give him like first position or maybe second position in there, alright. Then we have Hamo. Now this was a really interesting character because this was the first bloodbender we did see. Now I really liked her being a bloodbender, like her backstory of how she did do it on that, did it with like a full moon. But it is quite scary to actually see, like, the sound and like how you control people's bodies. So possibly maybe give her maybe like love to hate, or maybe like kill with fire, because she is pretty dangerous with blood bending, because she can actually do it without a full moon, I believe. And just her backstory was very sad, because she was the last one in her water tribe left who could do water bending, because the rest did get captured. So really sad story for her, but I reckon she could have redeemed herself, but she didn't. So possibly maybe give her like last position in Mer. Then we have Tiley. Now I really like this character because we do learn that she is an identical twin to, I believe, 5 others. So there's her and then 5 others. And then she did join the circus and she's like an acrobatic. So I really did like that. And her move, like sort of stabbing your opponents with like blocking their chi, was really interesting to see. Like, she did it at such a fast pace, and that was really interesting. So possibly maybe give her maybe last position in there, alright. Then we have Iroh. I'm just going to put him straight up the top here in first position in greatest characters of all time. Love this character. I like how he's not on good or bad. He's like in the middle, because he doesn't fight for bad and he doesn't fight for good. But then at the end, the final episode of the Avatar, he does fight for good, which I think is great, because he wasn't fighting for bad and he wasn't fighting for good. So to see him actually go to the good side was really cool. And then to see him in an episode, we do see him have tea with Toph. I like how he didn't just go straight away kill her because she was on Team Avatar. He actually enjoyed a tea with her and like talking to her. So I really did like that. And then the quotes he does give are really inspiring and just great to hear. And then in the episode of the Tales of Ba Sing Se, his tale was very sad, singing to his son, Little Soldier Boy, or like Leaves from the Vine, I believe it's what it's called. And hearing him like say happy birthday son just was really sad, and it really did sum up his character. Then we do have Fire Lord Ozai. Ozai. Really nice character, especially played by Mark Hamill. Really nice evil voice. And then I like how he did become sort of a Phoenix King, like the fire when he did try burn down Ba Sing Se. Like, that was really powerful. The fight between Aang and him was really cool. But you do have to hate him because he is the sort of Fire Lord, and he did basically destroy like the whole world. Like, he did conquer it. So possibly maybe give him like first position. Maybe like last position in Gotta Love Them, because he is really cool. Then we have a Princess Yu. Now I'm not sure why they do have it too. That might be just an editing mistake. So I really liked his character because she is the princess of the Northern Water Tribe. She doesn't have too much talking in it, but you really do see her because she was in an arranged marriagement, which was really sad because she had this really nice relationship with Sokka, but then it did sadly end when the fish moon spirit was killed, so she had to take its place because she had like some of the sort of fish moon spirit in her. So that was really sad to see that. So possibly maybe give her third position, maybe second last position in Gotta Love Them, because I did like her as like the spirit of the moon, which was really interesting. But she did say, "I'll be with you always," because she was like the moon. So that was quite creepy to think about, because Sokka does kiss another girl, which I believe we'll get to soon. And like, she was there, so that's pretty creepy. So possibly maybe give her second last position in there, alright? Then we have General Zhao, I believe his name is. this guy is really ambitious and definitely passionate to like conquer the world. So I really did like that. But then killing a fish moon spirit was very sad to see that, because as Iroh said, it would definitely affect everyone, not just the waterbenders. So I really did like how he did say that. But then he does get calmer, because we do see him like get taken to this sort of spirit world in the Legend of Korra. So I really did like seeing that. But he is very ambitious, as I did say, and I did like that. So possibly, maybe first position in Mer, because he does get pretty angry at some times. Then we have Sokka's and Katara's dad. Now I really like this guy because we learned that he went off to fight for like the war and all that, so I did like that. And then I believe in season 2 we actually meet one of Sokka and Katara's dad's friends. So that was really cool to see that. And then I believe like also in season 2 or like the start of season 3 we do actually see Katara and Sokka meet their dad again, which was a really emotional scene, because like they haven't seen their dad, I believe, in like 3 years or something like that. So that was really cool to see that. He's also a really nice character as well, especially to Aang being like the whole Avatar. He's not just like jerk to him, he's also very friendly to other people. So possibly maybe like third last position in Gotta Love Them. Then we have Suki. Now I really like this character in, I believe it was season 1, how like she's sort of a Kiyoshi warrior with like the whole face paint thing. Very nice. And seeing females actually fight was really cool, because you really don't see that in most TV shows. So that was really cool. And then Sokka being like sexist, he was very surprised to actually get kidnapped by females. So that was really interesting to see that. And then I like the relationship between Sokka and Suki. Very nice relationship. So possibly maybe like third, no, maybe there, maybe move Momo up a bit, maybe in that position there. Next we have Mei Li, I believe that's how you pronounce her name. I really like this character because she was in a relationship with Prince Zuko, so I thought that was really cool. And I like how she does like use these sort of ninja stars to actually throw at her enemies, so that was really cool. And the voice acting was really interesting as well, so possibly maybe give her a maybe second last position in They're Alright, because I wish we got a bit more of a backstory on her, but I really did like that character. Then we have Combustion Man. Now, this was a really cool character to see, because we first got introduced to him in the sort of last scene of an episode in, I believe, season 2. And he actually does use like this sort of third eye and his mind to actually shoot some sort of like laser, sort of fiery thing out of his eye. So that was really cool to see. But I wish we got a bit more of a backstory on him, because like how did he do that with his third eye and his mind? Like how do you control it and all that? Because we only just see him actually doing it. So that was really interesting to see, but I wish we got more of a backstory on him. But I would definitely give him a Mert for first position. Then we have Katara. I'm just going to put her straight up in Gotta Love Them in first position, because I really like this character. First, she started off as an sort of a bad sort of a waterbender, but as the seasons did progress, she became a pretty damn good waterbender. Like, she did this really cool thing in the final episode. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. And then the relationship between Aang and her was really cool as well, and definitely did pay off in the final scene of the Avatar. I just don't know what else to say about her. I think she's a really nice character. I like how she does stand up for Aang as well, but then sometimes she can be quite mothering, like telling him what to do in Team Avatar. So that was quite annoying, but it was definitely nice to see that, because like sometimes they have no control, and just having like Katara telling him what to do really did like mean something. So I did like that. Then we have Toph. Now, at first, this character was quite stubborn and rude to Team Avatar, because she really didn't help around, so that was quite interesting to see. But then as the seasons do progress, we do see her like actually starting to help Team Avatar, so that was really cool to see. And being blind, or the blind bandit, that was really cool to see, because usually an earthbender needs their eyes to actually see their opponents. But Tough, wow, she could do some incredible earthbending with her like listening and then the sort of vibration or sound. So that was really interesting to see. And her actually inventing metal bending was definitely really cool to see. So possibly maybe give her like gotta love them, maybe 4th position. I think that's a good position. Then finally we have Azula. And wow, this character was really interesting to see in the final episode of season 1, but then in season 2, she was really interesting because she's very sort of passionate and ambitious to actually complete her sort of goal. So that was really interesting to see, and she's definitely willing to do anything for that. Sort of her doing Ba Sing Se with like the whole drill, that was really interesting to see. But then in the final episode, she did go a little sort of, I'm not going to say cuckoo, but a little sort of strange. So that was quite interesting to see, but then it was quite sad to actually see her like all tied up and like her sort of shooting out fire from her nose and ears and then crying. So that was really a quite sort of not sort of common scene. So I really didn't expect that for that character, but she is a really interesting character nonetheless. So possibly maybe give her maybe second last position in, if it's gonna let, maybe there. I think last positioning, gotta love them. So just quickly, I thought I would come back and do a few changes, so I might move Fire Lord Ozai into last positioning, gotta love them. Then I might move maybe Monk Garciata, so maybe in first position in there, alright. Then maybe have Avatar Roku maybe in third position in, alright. Then possibly have the Fire Lord Ozai go down 1 position. No, I think he was in a good position there. Then possibly maybe have the Ba Sing Se King maybe down there, but then have the Tai Fang in last position in there, alright. Then possibly have no, I think this one is a good selection there. Now, gotta love them. I might possibly move Momo up 1, and then I might possibly move down Katara's and Sokka's dad, and then possibly leave those 4 in that position. Maybe move. No, I think Tough was in a good position there, and then I think that would be the final results. So, hope you guys did enjoy this video as much as I did making it, because I really was excited to do Avatar The Last Airbender tier list making, because not long ago I did finish the show and I definitely did fall in love with it, and I really enjoyed pretty much absolutely everything about it. So that is why I wanted to do a tier listing making episode on it. If you guys do enjoy it, I will be definitely doing a lot more Avatar related tier list. So, as always guys, hope you guys did enjoy this video, and I can see so. Goodbye!